The current situation involves a significant debate within the U.S. government and defense sector regarding how to prioritize funding for advanced military aircraft development. The focus is on two sixth-generation fighter programs, the Air Force's F-47, which is part of the Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) initiative, and the Navy's FAXX, a planned replacement for the F-A-18 Super Hornet. The issue has gained national attention due to a formal White House policy released in mid-July 2025, warning that further investment in the Navy's FAXX program could cause delays to the F-47, which the administration considers a higher priority. The reasoning behind this prioritization comes down to the limits of the U.S. defense industrial base. According to the administration and defense analysts, the current defense production system cannot efficiently support the development and early production of two complex sixth-generation fighter aircraft at the same time. There are limitations related to the number of skilled engineers, the availability of specialized materials, and the capacity of aerospace firms to design, test, and manufacture cutting-edge technologies simultaneously. Developing just one sixth-generation platform is a major challenge. Building two at once increases the risk of delays, cost overruns, and workforce bottlenecks. The F-47 program, which is led by Boeing, is seen by the administration as further along and more urgent. It is designed to maintain U.S. air superiority in potential future conflicts and will eventually replace or supplement the F-22 Raptor. The F-47 incorporates a mix of stealth, advanced sensors, AI-driven mission systems, and optionally crewed operations. According to public statements from the Air Force, test flights of the F-47 are expected to begin before the end of the current presidential term. On the other hand, the Navy's FAXX project is still earlier in development. It also aims to be a sixth-generation platform that would operate from aircraft carriers and form the core of future naval air wings. Both Boeing and Northrop Grumman are still in the competition to build the FAXX, while Lockheed Martin has withdrawn. The Navy included a $1.4 billion request for FAXX development in its 2026 unfunded priorities list, which outlines additional capabilities it wants if more money becomes available. Separately, the House Appropriations Committee added nearly $1 billion for FAXX development in its version of the 2026 defense budget, even though the Pentagon did not formally request that funding. The White House responded directly to this congressional move by stating that awarding a development contract for FAXX now, while the F-47 is entering a critical stage, would likely lead to production delays and compromise the Air Force's timeline. The administration emphasized that continuing FAXX at its current limited funding level, around $74 million, would be sufficient to keep research efforts alive without overstretching industrial capacity. This view was reinforced in official budget documents and policy statements. Beyond the fighter programs, the White House also addressed other concerns related to defense spending. One example is the Air Force's E-7 Wedgetail, an airborne early warning and control aircraft meant to replace the aging E-3 Sentry AWACS. The Pentagon decided to cancel the E-7 program, citing both cost and survivability concerns. According to the Department of Defense, each E-7 would cost about $1.3 billion in early production, and the aircraft would be vulnerable in future high-threat environments. Instead, the administration wants to shift focus to space-based surveillance systems and advanced communication networks that can operate beyond the reach of enemy air defenses. Congress, however, has attempted to keep the Wedgetail program alive by proposing $500 million in additional funding and approving purchases of E-2D Hawkeye aircraft as a temporary capability bridge. This broader defense budget debate is unfolding as part of the fiscal year 2026 funding process, which involves tension between congressional defense committees and the executive branch. The administration is asking for restraint on new spending, preferring to concentrate resources on programs that it sees as most urgent and most achievable under current industrial conditions. At the same time, lawmakers are responding to service-specific requests and defense industry lobbying that favors expanding investment in multiple platforms. This is a matter of timing, industrial capacity, and strategic prioritization. The administration wants to focus on delivering the F-47 first to ensure the Air Force retains a technological edge, while maintaining slower progress on the Navy's FAXX until more resources become available or production ramps up. This position is not based on politics or ideology, but on logistics, feasibility, and the realities of advanced aircraft development. Whether Congress accepts that logic or pushes forward with expanded funding for both programs remains to be seen as the final defense budget is negotiated in the coming months.